Hey everyone, it is Anna Runyon, founder and CEO of Classy Career Girl. And today our topic is all about how to increase your chances of getting hired. So we're talking about after the application. And this topic comes from a question that was submitted by one of our members of our Classy Career Girl Network Facebook group, Erin. And she asked, what are steps I can take after applying to a job online, whether it's via a job board or the company's website? What are ways in which I can increase my chances of having my application seen and considered? So first, I want you to remember that people are extremely busy. And I know this myself because people are applying to work even at our company. One of our interns that I actually ended up hiring about a month ago, she followed up over and over and over again. And I didn't forget about her. And what happened is we had talked on the phone. She had submitted her application. We had talked on the phone. And it was one of those times where it was not as busy. And then all of a sudden, our business just got super swamped and super busy for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I literally could not focus on anything else. I was not going to hire anyone when our business was super busy, but every week she continued to follow up and send me an email and check in, and I also noticed her in our Facebook group too. I noticed her following her social media accounts. Like every time I saw her name pop up, it was another bell of like, oh, she really wants this job. Oh, I need to get back to her. I'm super swamped right now, but when things calm down a little bit, I'm going to reach back out to her and I'm going to hire her. So I hope you see how that can help you to follow up. And that's one of the first things that I want to tell you, Erin. One of the first ways to increase your chances of getting hired is to follow up, because people are busy and you want to make sure that they don't forget about you. One of our members in our Classy Career Network, Ashley, she shared a story about submitting her application, and she got the email that says she'll be notified if she qualifies within a couple weeks. And a week went by and she didn't hear anything, so she followed up and she actually got an interview that way, and then she got a second interview that way. So most importantly, don't just sit back and relax and think you didn't get the job. Take the initiative to follow up, because it shows you're passionate. It shows you're really excited. It shows that you really want that job. And that's why I hired that intern, because she didn't just give up when I didn't follow back up with her, but she was like constantly in all my social media accounts, and she was around and she was following up, and I knew she was really passionate about the job. And that's really what we're looking for when we hire people. So follow up by email. That's your first strategy. And number 2, find the recruiter or the hiring manager on LinkedIn. So I would highly recommend doing your homework, doing your research. It could even be Twitter. Like you could find them on Twitter. Find the person that's in charge. Maybe you have a name of a person that you apply to. Find them and message them. Tell them you applied and that you really want to work there. Tell them why you're qualified and you would love to tell them more in an interview. Here's your phone number. You're available. What you guys got to know is that on our team, we want people who are excited and passionate and who are determined to make it happen and make things work. And so if you're showing them that you're showing up in all these different places, maybe there's like a stack of candidates that are like piles and piles high. But if you come through LinkedIn and send a personal message showing your passion, you may get moved ahead of the line because you stood out in a different way. So try and use LinkedIn. Your third strategy after you apply to increase your chances of getting a job is to connect with anyone who works at that company on LinkedIn. So if you've done the first 2, then let's move on to meeting other people who work there, because you might be able to get a referral in now that your application has been submitted. If someone else is at that company, goes to HR and says, hey, I know this person, they're great. Well, thumbs up, like they're going to move you ahead of the line, because that's a great referral, great recommendation from someone who already works there. So maybe it's going to a networking event where you'll know employees of that company are at. Maybe it's joining a LinkedIn group. It's sending some messages on LinkedIn. It's doing your homework. And maybe you can find them on Twitter as well. And that all leads to the fourth strategy that you can use is you can go to social media and use social media to your advantage. You can share on their company pages. So, say I just applied at Nike. I can go to Nike's Facebook page and I can write a comment. I can write on their page. I can say, hey, I just applied to your company. I'm so excited to work for your company. I can't wait to hear back. You can go to their Instagram account. You can send them a DM. You can say, hey, I just applied to your company. I am so excited. I would love to work for your company. I've been following you guys for years, and it's my dream to work for Nike. Showing your passion through social media. Now, you have to make sure that your Facebook profile is a really good profile and you've done your work to make sure you've demonstrated your skills and experiences. Same with your Instagram. If you're sending a DM, you got to make sure your Instagram profile looks amazing when they come check you out after they receive that DM. You can find their company page on LinkedIn. You could be messaging them and you can be commenting on their LinkedIn profile. You can be going to Twitter. You can be messaging hiring managers on Twitter. You could be tweeting company managers on Twitter. You could be tweeting the company. You can say you just applied there. You're so excited. There's so many things that you can do on social media. And remember my example of that intern I hired. It's because she showed up everywhere. I saw her over and over again, even though I was super busy and swamped. I saw her commenting on things on social media, and I saw her in the Facebook group helping other people in our Facebook group. I saw her in all of these different places, and that's what happens when you go to company social media profiles as well. You'll start to show up. Yes, there's other people checking the accounts and there's social media managers, and it may not be that hiring manager who's getting the DM, but you just never know. They may tell HR. You might stand out enough where they contact that hiring manager and be like, you need this person on your team because they're going above and beyond the typical application process, and they seem like someone that would be a good fit. And that's really what you want to do. So overall, if you've learned anything, all of these strategies I talk about have to do with networking. And so I want to gift you guys my free networking action plan that's going to tell you what you need to do next to help you find that dream job. So if you're scared to network, or you've got some barriers to network, or you really just don't know how to network, you're going to love my networking action plan. And it's free for you guys. You can download it at www.classycareergirl.com/networking. I'm an introvert. I know networking is not terribly easy. It was never easy for me, and I had to learn a lot of things to conquer those barriers to networking. So I hope you can learn from me and you can conquer your barriers too through this networking action plan. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day, everyone.